Alright guys, so we're getting back at the shoebox. Well, what we're trying to get done today is just get some floor pans made. So Jess is going to help us out, and she's going to be my bead roller motor, because we can't afford that fancy stuff where you press the pedal, so she's technically going to be the pedal. We're going to try to refrain from, you know, you guys will have flashbacks of this when you're holding the flashlight for your dad and it's not in the right spot and he's yelling at you. We're going to try not to do that to Jess because she's not going to tolerate that. No. So, here we go. So you guys know, if you watch the channel, that this is the floor. We got the rocker built. We're going to obviously weld it all. So what I found was this 3/4 by 3/4 square tubing, and it fits under the rocker, and it also fits under the brace. This front bar, open for interpretation. So what I'm thinking is, this is a seat hole, and this is a seat hole. And see this bushing? This just sits in there to hold the floor up. That'll sit right here as well. I have no idea what that hole's for, but it was there. I think it holds the floor and there's a mount. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to try to emulate the ribbing in the floor the best we can, right? And we're going to put a piece over this whole thing. So what we want to do right now is the ribbing is kind of faint, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to try to mimic the ribbing. So we know off the rip, right? There's a rib here, there's a rib here, there's a rib here. Now guys, this doesn't have to be exact. There's a rib here. Why doesn't it have to be exact? Because the seat's going to go right here. Guys, don't get crazy with this. If you can mimic it close enough, and it's fairly square, and it's uniform, and it doesn't oil can all over the place, you're doing fine, right? We got one here. We got one here. We got one here. And we just keep moving up with it, right? Where we can see on the other side. There's not one here. There is one diagonally here, right? So that starts by here, and it goes out this way. And then if you look, there's one that travels down this edge, right? Now, this has the hump over it. I have no idea where that stops and starts. And it starts all the way at the front, right? And then it travels, I would assume, probably to here. And it is on a slight angle, right? You guys see that? I can get you over there. These two. And then there's one straight. So I think if we just take a straight edge and we try to mimic that, and then we take the bead roller with Jess, and she's working this handle like it's her job. You know, I'm going to pretend to press the pedal, burp, burp, and Jess is going to work those arms. And that's what we're going to try to do. So the next thing you see, we're going to have some lines in this, and we're going to go from there. Alright guys, this is what we came up with. So, we're going to do the best we can. This roller has an 18-inch throat, so we may not be able to get all of these, but we should. Now, keep in mind, this is what we're trying to do. Just make some lines. Remember, I don't have the right die that's the same size as the car. So our rolls will not be as deep, but they should be close enough, and they should add enough structure. Also, I know you're supposed to pre-bend this, like the opposite direction. I'm not really sure we need to do that because this is only 24 inches wide. So I think if it kind of heaves up, we can just kind of bend it over our knee. Right? You're pretty strong, right?
Yes.
Yes. Jess is pretty strong. So this is what we got here. Woodward Fab bead roller. Bought their stand too. It's like a package. This is the dies we got. I can't find a fatter wheel die. This is like the fattest wheel. That one's a little fatter. Maybe we should change it with this one. Yeah. I don't even know what these other ones are for. I think it's to like put a corner on something, but... So anyway, we're going to use this, and we're going to set it up, and I'm going to hold it and try to guide it through, and Jess is going to play Crank-O-Matic for me. And I'm going to yell like a lot. You can't yell at her, she's too pretty. Okay, we'll be back. Now guys, this is 48 inches long. Unfortunately, the throat on this is only 18 or 16, so I can't get this one, right? So we're gonna have to omit that, but we're gonna do these instead. And we're gonna have to lift it past that. You know what, we're gonna have to start over here. No, you're going the other way.
No, you're moving the crank.
I know, you need to go the other way. Go, just crank it.
This way.
Yeah, stop. All right, cranky.
You got a hold on it?
Yeah, go.
Too fast?
No, you're good. Honestly, it's just the floor. You can't screw it up. Keep going.
Oh, we're moving. It's getting harder.
Shouldn't be.
I feel like it is.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Go. Stop. Go the other way. Faster. Oh, wait. It rocked right off. Go ahead. Come on.
It's harder to pull this way.
Okay.
She stops harder.
Woo. Okay.
Do you want a little rogue on the back there?
She got a little squirrely Dan on me. I don't know. Okay, hit it. Wait, stop. I gotta grab it from here. And I can't see. Go.
Moved it on me.
Faster. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Backwards. Hold on, wait. Let me give it a crunch. Alright, go. Go. Go faster than you're going to.
You told me not to go fast.
I mean, at this point, it's not doing any good anyway, so. Hold on. See, it falls away.
Yeah, I can see that.
Go.
Because you're another person.
Go, 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 go. Stop. Now go backwards. Okay, right there.
It's hard to hold it that way.
Yep. All right, go. No, the other way.
Why is this harder?
Because I crunched it.
Grunting helps.
Put your back into it.
Helps. Straight. Uh-oh.
Where'd you go? Keep going, 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 keep going. Stop. Let's go the other way. Back, go.
Ready?
Back. You have to eyeball it. I can't see it.
You want me to go off the end?
No, to the stop.
To the stop?
Stop.
Yep.
Now unscrew the thing on the top. All the way. Keep going. Okay? Now lift the die. You have to lift it in the front by the bolt, yeah.
I can't.
You should be able to.
It's not moving.
Got it. Okay.
Oh.
Let it go.
I'm afraid to drop it.
All right. So, I mean, it's pretty
Drop
good.
the camera.
Okay, guys, it's pretty good so far. I mean, we got a couple little, you know, whoop-de-doos. Guys, she's like really strong. She's like an ant. Like a vampire ant.
Oh.
Can I see over my shoulder? Probably not.
Yes. I think so.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop.
Okay.
Now go back. Wait. Bend it up. All right, guys. So here's the result. What do you think? You like it?
Acceptable.
Acceptable. You guys heard it. Acceptable. So what we tried to do, just disregard this area right here. So it's a little, we got to bend it back a little bit. I tried to line this up with the ones that are there. We tried to get, these don't go as deep. I don't have a die that goes as deep, right? But it does give it a significant amount of strength, right? Now, underneath this thing's going to sit right on top of the bracing. So it's going to sit on top of the bracing here, sit on top of the bracing here. There's a little rubber one here. Jess is super excited. No, not at all. You're not super excited, are you?
To do this again?
Yeah.
It's a good arm workout.
Good arm workout. All right, guys, here's what I'm thinking. So we're just cobbling this together. You guys know that. This is in budget build, right? Wrong parts. We're making our own stuff. So Jess and I knocked together this floor pan, right? A couple bead rolls in it. You know, we can't reach the middle because this piece was too long for the throat. I added one more here. It has some good structure to it. So I think instead of trying to round it up the hump, I'm going to cut the hump straight, and then I'm going to clamp it up and then weld it to it. And then we're going to cut all the way around, right? And then we're going to just weld it down all the way around. I had these two pieces of 3/4 inch square tubing. They came from, I got them free, I don't know. They came out of like packaging for a motorcycle. I used to have a friend that worked at a Suzuki dealer. What's up, Troy? So what I did was I called my local metal supplier, the guy that I get all my sheet from. I got 24 feet of this stuff for 36 bucks. So I got a ton of it. So I think just 3 here, you know, and I mean, I want to put a bench seat back in here, obviously. This car needs a bench seat. And I have a bench seat. Not the factory one, but I have one. I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, not too wide. Car's really narrow. So I think what I'm going to do is I just kind of cleaned up the edge. You know, like I said, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking to get it together, have it reasonable, and then we're going to coat the floor. Should look reasonably, should be very strong. But it's not going to be the way the factory was. Factory had bump outs here that were welded to the floor pan. But I think this is going to do just as good. I'm going to slide the floor pan under the hump, weld the hump to the floor pan. I'm going to go up over the support brace in the back. I'm going to hit that with some Ortho. And I'm going to clean these up. And I'm just going to paint these bars so they don't rust. And I'm hoping that's what's going to get this floor pan in here. And then we're going to work on going up to the toe board, right? All right, guys, I just tacked these in on the sides just so they don't shift around. And we're going to try to slide our floor back in and kind of see where it's going to live. I need to get under that piece right there. That's kind of where we lifted it. And it was separated. And I got it all the way to go to there. There we go. See, we got it under the hump. And then we're going to use the back lip. So we're going to lift all this together. Probably got to clean up this edge a little bit more. but that fits pretty good. So I think what we're gonna do is probably call it good right there. Maybe back a little bit. No, that's okay. All right, let me show you guys. All right. So basically, my plan, I'm gonna have to knock this flat, this hump. Probably have to squeeze that out of there. And then this is gonna be lifted up to it with some vice grips, and we're gonna clamp it in. So we're gonna weld it down here. And then in the back, we're gonna butt weld it here. And then we're gonna lap it here because I want the strength back here. And then we have to pull it a little bit this way, but we're gonna go right into the rocker with it. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Hit me in the comments, why wouldn't it work, right? All right, we're gonna get after it. Is it correct? No. Is it gonna be strong and awesome? Hell yeah. This is pretty damn good. I like it. Tacked in, filled the plug welds, you know, it's pretty strong. I think once we finish welding this edge around, we're gonna give it some more rigidity. I'm gonna have to keep pushing it in and tack, and then I think I'm gonna use some filler rod, some TIG filler rod to lay it in there, finish all this. I gotta bang that one in. But other than that, honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. I think once it's all coated up, it's gonna look decent. You know, and granted, I mean, what are you gonna see? The seat is like from here to here, so you're not really gonna see any of it. So I'm gonna finish welding this thing up. I'm gonna do it off camera because I'm trying to speed these videos up for you guys so you kind of keep it moving with me. And then we're gonna work on that toe board. All right, guys, making progress. Got this just about tacked in. We have to grind it, check it. Got all the plugs done. That one needs a little bit of attention up there. The back, in any of the existing metal, it's welding poorly because it is contaminated, because it has so much undercoat underneath it, and I tried to scrape it off, but it's like in the metal. So you kind of got to go a little bit, smokes, lights on fire, hit it with the wire brush. So that's all I'm doing. You're not missing much. So I'm gonna hopefully finish the rest of this and grind it a little bit. I don't think we're gonna finish it because we're gonna have to finish all of it at the same time. And then we're gonna get on that toe board. All right, guys, I got some old TIG wire that got wet. I would never use it to TIG weld with. It's kind of a pain in the ass to clean up. But for filling gaps like this, it's pretty much what you would use, or I would use, as a, you know, a shortcut. Obviously, proper fitment is best, but So basically just shove it in the crack. Kind of like you're stick welding it. And then just blast it. Super contaminated. Might want to, we're going to tap that down a little bit, but we're going to get in here. And so on and so forth. You know, so it's basically just, you know, instead of using a TIG and using this as add and filler, you know, we're just having it assist the MIG wire, which just went absolutely ape crazy. So we'll tap this down, but I wanted to show you guys that because you could do that in a pinch. You can even use a wire hanger if you got in a jam. I have done that before. I mean, not necessarily proud of that, but you could. So in a pinch, you got to fill a gap, get a hanger, lay it in there, weld right across it. All right, guys, looking at this toe board. So I thought this was all rotted, but it's actually undercoating. So from here up is nice and solid. I ground it down to the flap wheel. So I think we're gonna take the old death wheel and just give it a zip right here, and then all we got to do is get from here to here. So a slight bend, tie it in. I mean, I think we're gonna build a new hump altogether. I'm gonna cut the other side off this thing. We're gonna make a little bit bigger tranny hump, I think, for it, you know, just in case we gotta swap the transmission. Maybe do a T5. I was looking for a T5, something with an overdrive. I hate all of them that don't have overdrives in them. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna give it a old slice and dice, and we're gonna go from there. Cool. Alright guys, I got that piece cut off. Didn't do so well. Looks like a 5-year-old did that. I'm gonna have to true it up, right? We know that. Flap wheel, whatever it takes. So, measuring from here, which extends past the floor pan, to about here, right, is 25.5. And I figure I needed 10 inches to get up into this. So now we just got to figure out where to make the bend. I don't think we're going to get fancy with it. I think we're going to just put it in the brake and boop, just give it one angle. And then we're going to have to kind of knock the corner around, maybe make some relief cuts in it and kind of fold it in. We're not going to be trying to do this nonsense. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Now, trying to figure out, you know, how much do you need to get up, right? And then how high? So, you know, 4 inches would do it. So if I had 4 inches broken here, and I know this piece is 10. So if I go 6 to here, yeah, that's about right, because we're going to be at the break here. So I think what we're going to do on our piece is mark down to 4 right here, across, and then we'll put it in the break, and you know, we gotta, you know, we could find the angle and we could like dial it in. Why? And there's nothing straight here. This whole piece going across is not straight. And we're gonna have to fine tune it anyway. So I think 4 inches, give it a little and then try it in the car and we'll come back. All right guys, not awesome with the toe board, but it's not a big piece and I don't think it's gonna really make a whole lot of difference. Maybe we'll throw one like bead roll in the middle of it to pretty it up because it's not good. So anyway, there's a bump out here on an angle, so I just cut it so I could knock it in, and then I had to cut it over here. This is gonna be 2 pieces most likely, and then the hump's gonna come over. So that'll fold into itself, hopefully. So if I knock this down, and then I'm gonna trim a little right here because there's a weld on the inside, so I can't move it all the way over. Once I can do that, and then I'll you know, tack it across and start beating it in. You know, I'll obviously clean all that up first, and I'm gonna cut this out, this hole, because this is where the dimmer switch sits. This has to be cut off. That's all gonna be replaced. That stuff doesn't even work. So, trying to keep it simple. We're trying to keep it budget, right? That's kind of the mantra with this car. Keep it budget. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I did put a line in it to try to distract you from that. This will come up level when we pinch it up and we can weld it. I did this because I feel it would give it rigidity, and it will. And once we clean this firewall up and we keep pressing and welding and pressing and welding, I think once we knock it back down, it's not going to be terrible. Maybe. So that's the plan. The plan is to bring it up level here, get it tacked in, tack it over here, and then we'll clean up the firewall, the toe board, and we're going to start pushing and tacking and pushing and tacking, and that's what we're doing. This is how far we made it. So for you guys that have been following my channel since basically the beginning of it, you remember what this looked like. And if you haven't and you're new, go back and look at what we've done with no prior experience, learning how to use equipment we didn't have. It was either given to us or we purchased. Made a rocker panel, made a floor. You know, is it mint? No. I'm gonna finish welding it in up there. I got a little height disparity here. I gotta push this up and weld it from the bottom. But this is, I mean, this is solid. This is solid, guys. Look at this. You can't see it. I mean, I'm 250. So, we're getting there. So like I said, we're going to be breaking these up into more digestible pieces. So this is how far we're going to get on this episode. I hope you like and subscribe. I would love to have you follow along and see what the other side of the car is going to look like. Hopefully it's similar to this, but we still have to cut it all out. That'll be on the next episode. Gonna hack that whole side out. Can we save the outer rocker? I think the inner rocker needs to be replaced. We're gonna figure that out. So like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments what I did wrong, what you liked, what I can do better, and we'll learn together. So if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.